Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and today we are taking a look up in Western Alberta. That's right, we're taking a look at the Edmonton Oilers today in this video. If you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's get into it. So, the Edmonton Oilers, why I believe they will not do well in the playoffs. Well, the story is kind of the same. The narrative is the same as it's always been for the Oilers. And I fear going into this year's playoffs, it's not going to be too different. Now, what is the issue with the Oilers? The issue is pretty obvious. Pretty much everybody universally, if you follow hockey a little bit, understands the Oilers' rudimentary issue. And that is something that a lot of teams struggle with, and it's called giving up goals at the wrong time. The Edmonton Oilers are notorious for that. And their goaltending, though it's gotten better, is it going to perform when the bright lights are shining? Are they going to perform when the lights are shining brightest? And that is the key thing for the Oilers going into this year's playoffs. So let's take a look at the Oilers this season. Nothing really concerning, right? But looking at the standings, looking at the record, 43, 23, and 4, 90 points, second in the Pacific. Yeah, things have definitely turned for the better since Chris Knoblauch came in. Goals for, 5th in the league. Goals against, 7th in the league. Great. Love it, love it, love it. But what are we looking at in terms of issues for the Edmonton Oilers? So, right here, we need to take a look at the goaltending. This has been a constant issue for the Edmonton Oilers, seemingly in the entirety of the Connor McDavid era, right? I mean, for a little bit Cam Talbot, but let's be honest, it's been an issue for them. Stuart Skinner is having a career season. He is playing extraordinarily well right now, and things are turning for the better. But is this something that we are going to see him be able to continue in the playoffs? That is still questionable. Now, the only way, well, this is the way that the Edmonton Oilers make me eat crow. If Stuart Skinner is as good as he is playing right now and continues to play, the Edmonton Oilers are capable of being a Final Four team in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But once playoff time comes around, and we see Stuart Skinner giving up mental obstacles in terms of goals, just bad timing for goals early in the game, late in the game. The defense not completely doing what they need to do defensively. The Oilers will fail again. And I just have a hard time believing in what the Oilers have. This is a team that runs on Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. And until we see a string of playoff series where we see the depth show up and do what they need to do, it's going to be hard for me to ever see the Oilers as a legitimate contender in terms of winning a Stanley Cup. I know a lot of Calgary Flames fans, a bunch of you follow the channel, huge supporters. Shout out to my Flames fans out there. They probably love that I'm saying this. But the reality is, this Oilers team is made for the regular season. But can they get it done in the playoffs? And I haven't seen enough of it. It's, they just focus on shutting down McDavid and Draisaitl. Every matchup they're going to have, especially on the West Coast, there's some really good two-way centers that they have to play, whether it's Vancouver in a situation where they have to play the Vancouver Canucks or the Los Angeles Kings or any of those teams. It's going to be difficult for especially Vegas, right? And that's kind of the barometer right now. That's the peak of a playoff team right now in the West is Vegas. And yeah, their standings don't show that, but that is the team to beat, right? And yeah, when I look at the Oilers, I just don't know how they stack up against any of those teams, especially and specifically the Vegas Golden Knights. I just don't think that they match up well in that situation. And I worry that a team like the Oilers, because of their lack of depth scoring and because of their inability to really wrap around other than McDavid and Draisaitl, that this is a team that could struggle. And I know they have some good players like Brian Nugent-Hopkins and Evander Kane and some other good players. They do. They have some genuinely good players. Evan Bouchard, Matthias Ekholm, that blue line, getting better. But there's a lot of things that are not good and are not good enough on this team that I think that come playoff time, it's going to bite them in the rear end. And I think that the Oilers likely are going to be where I expect them to be. And a lot of people have seen them in recent years. I just don't see enough of a change in this team that I think that they are going to be able to overcome some of their issues. And like I said, if Stuart Skinner goes out there, is the hottest goalie in the NHL, and wins games in the playoffs for the Oilers, stealing games, then I am proven wrong. But until I see that, I think there's going to be another lost season for the Edmonton Oilers. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I am totally down for the debate. I want to hear what you guys think down below of the Oilers going into this year's playoffs. Let me know down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Peace out, guys.